A criminal investigation into the events leading up to January 6th is getting closer to former President Donald Trump. As first reported by the Washington Post, the Justice Department is looking into specific elements of his efforts to overturn the 2020 election after refusing to accept he lost.
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here. And maybe the greatest perk of doing this every day is when a story like this comes along. The word hallelujah may have been invented just for this purpose. Brace yourselves before watching this clip, because it's going to breathe a sigh of relief into every democracy-loving citizen's lives.
I think the Department of Justice is probably much farther along in their criminal investigation of the insurrection, not just the foot soldiers, but the command structure of the insurrection than any of us know.
Glenn Kirshner thinks the Department of Justice is farther along than any of us know. And Trump's criminal indictment could be right around the corner. And if that isn't good news, nothing is. It means corrupt politicians will finally have boundaries they won't be so eager to push. And it means they will finally know they are not above the law, and that Donald Trump will finally come to justice, which is due.
And what I have to say, Chris, is all of the data points are beginning to point toward Donald Trump, in fact, being under a federal criminal investigation in the grand jury, because prosecutors would not go off on some wild fishing expedition in the grand jury asking pointed questions about a former president unless that had been vetted up through the highest levels of the Department of Justice. So I think all of these indicators are pretty ominous signs for Donald Trump.
There has to be accountability. We can't allow an oath of office to be absolutely meaningless, because that's where we are with Donald Trump and his treason caucus. And I don't care whose political heroes these people are. If they are guilty of a crime, they must be convicted just like any other person. That's the entire concept of America right there. That's why this is such great news. People who don't know any better think this is a vendetta against Trump. And what I say to that is, take your partisan blinders off. This guy committed treason, and an obvious pathetic con is his only semblance of a defense. Our justice system will be laughing stock if action is not taken. During the 8 public televised hearings, the January 6th committee has laid out an effective roadmap of Trump's conviction. They've revealed specific crimes that include, at the least, conspiracy to defraud the United States and obstruction of an official proceeding. Of course, many of the attackers on January the 6th have been charged and convicted already. The same people that Donald Trump to this day calls loving, innocent, peaceful, kind-hearted patriots whom he loves so much, plus whatever other limited adolescent adjectives and metaphors he can apply. And to everyone who has a glimmer of conscience, integrity, or American spirit within them, Donald Trump revolts us. We never imagined in our wildest dreams such an obviously evil person could betray our country so blatantly and get away with it, or nearly get away with it. Because this is the resolve to the whole situation. Trump's criminal conviction is the antidote to the poison and the salve to heal the festering wound that is Donald Trump's legacy on American politics. Some are worried that Trump's conviction will cause more division, but honestly, it's the only way the existing division will heal. If Trump gets off scot-free, then it's simply a free pass for corruption to continue on forever. It's essentially condoning and accepting treason as a viable political manipulative tool. Our country was literally designed and engineered to combat the kind of corruption that is Donald Trump's essence, and that's how our democracy has survived to this point. But our Department of Justice can't cave when we need them the most. They are a critical part of this design. Justice must be dealt regardless of political influences. Justice is dealt out blindly, remember, meaning strictly on objective, even mathematical standards. Standards that apply equally to anyone, former presidents and current cult leaders included. So while I couldn't be more gratified with this news, we've got a ways to go yet. The mountain of evidence is continuing to pile up, and I hope you all stay laser focused on these hearings. Take my word, this is one of the most pivotal moments in our nation's history, and that is an absolute fact. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.